Hey guys, Matt Gartner here from mattgartner.com, and today I want to show you the process behind the first week of the One Funnel Away Challenge. So stick with me if you want to see what week one can do for you and your business. And if you stick with me until the end, I'll tell you how you can get a free copy of one of my sales funnels. This is a funnel that's actually won me a marketing award. If you go check out the Marketing Hall of Fame over here at useproof.com, you'll see this is me right here. I won an actual physical award from them for this very funnel. So if you watch until the end, I'm going to give you this funnel completely free. It's perfect if you want to build an email list and sell products at the same time, which will let you break even on your lead cost and maybe even turn out a little profit right on the front end, which is always awesome. Okay guys, so today I want to talk to you about the pre-training that's coming up with the One Funnel Away Challenge. So we're pretty much going to spend this next week going through a ton of mindset stuff. We're going to talk about the overall process, how it all works, and basically how we're going to succeed with it. They really don't leave any stone unturned here, and they're showing it in bite-sized chunks, which is really awesome. It's going to allow you to absorb everything. It's going to allow you to, put everything into action as you go. And they even talk about some of the stories of things that didn't work. Some of the times Russell Brunson's stuff was failures, for example, or how Caitlin Poland, I'm not sure if I just pronounced that right, but how she basically started her business and how she grew it. The whole idea behind this week is to get you guys to believe you can do it. If you believe you can do it, you're going to put your all into it. If you have any doubts in the back of your mind, you're going to sabotage yourself. So we're going to spend this next week basically working on that. And what I want to show you guys, I want to give you a brief overview of how each one of these days is going to go. Remember guys, this is all my experience from last season's challenge. This is what we did last season. I cannot tell you if things are going to be different. Most likely not. If anything, it'll probably be only slightly. Of course, maybe they saw some areas that they thought they could improve on, so maybe things will be a little different. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about, though, is the framework. Pretty much how we're going to sell everything. The first thing Russell's going to spend some time on is he's going to explain to you basically why you need a funnel and why a regular business website just doesn't do nearly the same. And I want to point this out to you guys. I just searched for dentist. I spelled it wrong, but Google knew what I was talking about, thankfully. The very top ad here, so this is an ad. That means these people are paying money on Google, and since it's Google, they're probably paying a good chunk of money to get this web page shown. So what I want to show you is what happens when I click on this website. Their ad takes me to their homepage. Now, if you look around, you'll see a whole lot of stuff to do. You can request an appointment, patient registration, patient reviews. Down here, a very basic contact us form that really didn't stand out very well. You can see it contrasts a little bit, but it really doesn't stand out very well at all. And up here, sure, you've got your phone number, but that's it. There's so much to do on this page, and there's really no clear call to action here. As opposed to something like a funnel. With a funnel, you give them one thing to do. They show up on one page, and that's all they can do. Here's an offer that I'm running, and this is for an email marketing lead magnet that I have for folks who are interested in building a profitable email list. Can you guys tell the difference here? There is literally one thing to do. They can hit download now and give me their email address, or they can leave. That's it. Over here, it looks like they can slide through a scroller a little bit. They can learn more. Let's see if this goes to the About Us page. And overall, and guys, this is just not the best way to drum up business. There's just too much to do here. And the thing is, these days, people's attention spans are so short, and they're only getting shorter. We've got Skype notifications, Facebook notifications, stuff going on Reddit. There's so many things, and of course, your family life, things that are actually going on around you. So many things that can draw your attention away, and giving them so much to do, it's just not going to work. I'm sure they do get some phone calls from here, sure. I'm sure they may even get a couple of request appointments. However, what I can promise you, and I'm promising you this, they're going to get less than half of what they would get if they were using a straight up funnel, using a landing page. Now, the next thing that Russell Brunson's going to teach you to do is sell something. So here's the idea behind that, guys. First, that is an opt-in page, which you can call it a landing page, you can call it a squeeze page, whatever you want. The whole point behind this page is to give them something, some kind of lead magnet, maybe a PDF, maybe a little video, something in exchange for their contact details. Then what you want to do from there is send them over to a sales page. So when they opt in, or in other words, when they submit their information to you, they're next forwarded to a sales page. And here's where you try to recoup some of your advertising costs. See, something like this here, they're just going to try to book an appointment. With this system, though, no matter what you do, you're going to be paying money for traffic. So it doesn't matter if you're paying for AdWords, it doesn't matter if you're paying for Facebook. One way or another, you're giving somebody money to get these ads into your landing page. So, in other words, you're down, you're negative at this point. Then your lead comes on to a sales page. And at this point, this is also called an OTO, for a one-time offer. You're going to make them a small offer. This can range anything from $7 up to $100. I've even seen them go as high as $197. And the whole purpose behind this here is to try to help you recoup some of the costs that you just spent on traffic to get that lead. You're not going to get rich off of this. You're not going to get profitable, but you should at the very least break even. So what would happen here from the sales page, they can either say yes or no. Either way, they're going to get sent emails. But what happens if they do say yes? Well, if they say yes, the next thing that we actually need to do is send them over here to an order page. This way they can give you some money. And of course, what you want to do, and this is where you can actually make this profitable, if they say yes, if they purchase here at that point, you can send them to one more upsell. Using a system like Clickfunnels, we can do one-click upsells. What that means is if they submit their information here and they purchase, you can then show them another item to sell. And of course, because this is a one-click upsell, it remembers all of the purchase information from the previous page. So all they need to do is click that one, yes, I want this, or buy now button on this page, and they're automatically charged. It lowers the barrier of entry because they've already submitted all their details. All they need to do is click yes. And this system works incredibly well. So on these two pages here, so here is where you'll generate a lead. And at this point, you should be probably losing money since you're paying for traffic. Here is where you're trying to generate a little bit of money back. This should hopefully cover the costs that you just paid to generate that lead. If it doesn't cover it, it'll probably cover most of it. And then at this point, if they purchase, they're shown an upsell. Your upsell is your opportunity to actually hit green. This is where you should definitely start breaking even on that lead and go into the black. This is where you should make a profit at this point. And then from here, you would show them a simple thank you page. So let's see where my thank you pages are hiding. Here we go. Now, the other thing that we're going to learn here, and this is something that a lot of people don't talk about, and this is where most marketers fail. Your marketing doesn't end here at the thank you page. Sure, you may have made a profit by this point in the funnel, because this is what this is, guys. This is a funnel. And by this point, you should hopefully have made some profit. Now, what you want to do next is start emailing all those people who got on your list and didn't actually buy. That's the thing. This is what a lot of people forget. I don't know why. For some reason, it's too easy to overlook. A lot of people worry about sending emails. Oh, they're just going to unsubscribe. Well, my question to you would be, then why do you want to put them on your email list? Why spend money to acquire someone to add them to your email list if you're not going to email them? It doesn't make any sense, right? Well, this is something that a lot of folks do. Even I'm guilty of it. I did it for years. I built up a huge email list and barely did anything with it until even more recently. Now I'm emailing pretty much every single day because I understand the power of it. So how this would work is if somebody subscribes here and they don't purchase here, you send them some emails. So let's go ahead and connect our dots a little bit. We send an email, and then we can just clone these guys. You can send a series of emails, usually 2 or 3. And the purpose, let me go ahead and connect those. There we go. And the purpose of these 3 emails is to try to get these folks to come straight back and purchase that item that they did not purchase. Now, if they do purchase, so say they did purchase your order page, from your order page here, they purchased the first order here, you may want to send even more emails. You may want to try to get them to buy your upsell. Typically, I don't do that. So normally what I'll do here, this is my exact setup for most of my funnels. If they don't purchase here, I'll send them a series of 2 to 3, usually 3 emails, trying to get them to come back and buy. If they did not come back and buy, then I'm going to add them over to my basic general broadcast list. And once they're on my general broadcast list, I'll start sending them emails every day, basically telling them stories, telling them what's going on with my life, telling them everything about what I'm doing in my business, and trying to help them solve their own problems, whatever it is they're looking to solve. And then, of course, I'll start making more offers for other items. So pretty much this funnel here, this exact setup should make you profit. Not probably a lot, but enough that you're going to be happy with it. A lot of people run their entire business with just this setup right here and don't have anything else in there. But of course, you can go on and create more offers. You can use affiliate products. You've got them on your list now. So unless if you do something that makes them mad, they're going to stay there. So you can keep communicating with them and have the opportunity to make more offers down the road. Now, if you want to get more advanced, you can, of course, come back in here and start doing retargeting. So you've got your first Facebook ad that sends them to your landing page. If they subscribe and they see your sales page but do not purchase, what you can do is add them to a custom audience in Facebook that's going to show them a different ad called a retargeting ad. This is going to be asking them to come back and visit your sales page. Like, say, hey, you left something behind. Come back and check it out. And you can run that alongside these emails to a compounding effect, which is really awesome. It works very, very well. And this is how you get a really good return on your overall investment. What we're going to do the next day, this is all coming in the first day of the One Funnel Away Challenge. On the second day, we're going to start talking about Russell's failures. He's going to tell a lot of stories to help you understand and help you believe. And he was in some really bad places in his business at a lot of times, like almost bankrupt, you know? And he's going to talk to you how he built himself back up, how he climbed and clawed his way out of that trouble and got himself together. And he's going to tell you about the funnels he used to overcome them and the overall mindset. So that second day, that second video is going to be very, very helpful for a lot of people. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about is the who, not the how. So with the who, not the how, we're going to basically talk about how not to get hung up on something. You know, if you don't know how to do it, instead of getting stuck on it and, you know, worrying yourself about it, ask yourself, who already knows how to do this? You can just hire them, or you can model what they're doing, or if you know them, you can ask them how they're doing it. Russell's going to talk about his Rolodex of his different contractors, where you can find people for all these things. If you're with me, if you're in the Surefire Freedom Mastermind, you don't have to worry about any of that. I'm a very technical person. I've been doing this stuff for a long time, so I can help you with pretty much almost anything. Then come the next day, we're going to talk about funnel hacking. Funnel hacking, if you don't know what that is, it's basically the process of going through your competitors' funnels step by step by step to see what they're selling, how they're selling it, and what they're pricing it all at. And then after that, we're going to go into Lady Boss story. So for those of you who don't know, Kaylin Polan, Lady Boss is by Kaylin Polan and her boyfriend or husband. I don't remember exactly which at the time. But anyway, this is a very, very successful business here, built on Clickfunnels, built through Russell's training. She's going to come on and she's going to teach you all about how she did it. She's going to talk about how they had a business that was kind of doing all right, you know, just barely squeaking by, and pretty much how they turned that whole thing around and turned it into a multi-million-dollar business almost overnight. It's a really incredible story, and you're going to learn all about that from her personally. And the whole purpose behind that is to increase your belief in the process. Because again, guys, if you can believe that you do it, you can do it. Just believe it. You can make it happen, guys. Don't underestimate the power of the mind. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about the map behind this whole thing. Russell's going to explain how this all works, you know, how we're going to build our business and the entire process behind it. Then we're going to get into identifying, understanding, and creating a killer offer, and how to offer hack people. This one's not funnel hacking. This is offer hacking. This is seeing how they're presenting their offer. And Russell shows us this by going over a 3-part formula called hook, story, offer. And just give me a sec, guys. Let me switch over. Now, this is all about your competitors. If they're doing it right, if they're being successful, they're using a 3-part formula, whether they even know it or not. The hook, story, and the offer. This is a very simple formula that you should find on their ads. It should also be on their landing page and even in their sales letter or video sales letter. The easiest way to do this, thanks to Facebook, is just go to their business page. So for those who don't know, this is Todd Brown. He's a very, very smart marketer. And when you go to their business page, they've got the little info and ads tab down here. You can click on that and see everything they're doing. It shows you their ads. So once you find your competitors, you pretty much have all of the competitive intelligence that you need right here at your fingertips. So let's take a look here. So here's his hook. Tapping into the biggest marketing opportunity with a big marketing idea. And now, as you can see, there is definitely a story here. And his offer is just to learn more. That's his ad. That's to get us to the next page. Here we have it again, guys. Hook, how to sell your product or service blazing fast and see a surge of new customers. Get your copy now. And now here's the offer. Finally, the hidden customer generating formula. So this is the story. I'm sorry, not the offer. This is the story. The offer is to get your copy now. And basically, we're going to go over all of our competitors. We're going to check out what their hooks are. The hook is basically what grabs someone's attention. What stops them from scrolling? You know, in the busy world we're in today, what stops them? How do you get their attention? It can be the image, it could be the headline, or most likely, when it comes to an ad anyway, it's usually a combination of both. Another one I saw him running the other day, I don't know if he's running it right now because I don't see it, was one with a shark on it. It was pretty cool. The story is after you hook them. Once you get their attention, you're going to tell them a story to get them interested in what you have to say or what you have to offer. And then finally, your offer. This is how you create an offer that converts like crazy. One of my mentors calls it the double-digit offer. See, normal sales letters and VSLs convert at about 3% of cold traffic visitors into buyers. Using this process, you'll know exactly what to offer your customers so that you can convert your visitors at a much higher rate, something like 10 to 20%, which is completely crazy when you think about the average standard. So let's take a look at this. For his offer, let's scroll on down. Here's his offer. Here's what you're going to find inside of this book. Basically, it's a book, and it's got a lot of good stuff in it. I'm not going to go over all these points, and I'm not going to give my email, but you get the point, guys. So the hook story offer formula is going to be huge. Once we funnel hack, we're going to do this for about 10 people. We're going to see what they're all offering. We're going to see what their hook is, what their story is, and what their offer is on every single page. The reason we do this is because we're going to want to see if there's any common traits between them. This way we know exactly what our hook, what our offer, and what our story should be for everybody. Of course, a lot of times you'll write the story ahead of time even, just because you can actually pull a bunch of different hooks out of the story. And then after that, the next week, we're actually going to get into working more on your hooks and your stories. But that all comes later. This is all going to be the process and the mindset. So if you're interested in joining the One Funnel Away Challenge, guys, you'll find a link for that down below my video here. The first week is going to focus very heavily on the mindset stuff. It's going to show you the entire business process and break down how this all works for you. So it basically takes you step by step through starting a business from scratch. So if you want to get this done even faster, you'll find the link to my ultimate list building funnel down below this video. If you like this video, hit the like button below, share it with your friends, and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.